Hello and welcome. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. You are listening to And Another Thing. We are Joella and Helene, and this is episode 35.
And it's still January.
Yes. Why did you need that clarification?
Well, because we talked out last week how long January is.
Oh,
and
yes.
It's
still so long.
And it's snowing.
I was listening to a podcast this morning and then it finished and then all of a sudden our podcast came on and I was like, oh, okay. And then we were talking, this was last week's episode. We talked about it being a balmy 9 degrees.
Yeah.
And I was like, a balmy 9 degrees. Yesterday it was minus 15.
Yeah, it's bloody
and I
freeze your tits off weather.
I went outside and I was like, I don't want to go out in this weather.
Yeah.
This is too cold.
Just hit. I had to keep, I went out last night with TJ to see James Acaster in Toronto.
It's a comedian, by the way, if you don't know who he is.
Yeah, British people will know. It was amazing. It was such a good night. But when I'm walking, I had to keep my mouth closed because my teeth hurt. Like I had to cover my lips over my teeth like a scarf. Because if they went in, it's like, oh, that's so sensitive.
Yeah.
It's freaking freezing.
There is a point where the temperature switches from when it's in the negatives, it's okay and you can live with it. Mm-hmm. But once it goes over like a threshold,
yeah,
I feel like it's minus 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And once it flips over to that, that's when it's like bone chilling.
Yeah.
Nothing is warm.
Is that the bone? I don't find that bone chilling. I just find that when it hits you, you can still be warm. Mm-hmm. I don't find it damp.
No. Okay. Yeah, I suppose I said the wrong things.
I know what you mean.
I relate it to the fact that this is my own fault, I don't wear gloves. I have a pair of mittens that my sister knitted me ages ago and I love them, but they are fingerless ones.
Yeah.
Which I prefer because I would like to feel
what I'm
doing. But yeah, stupid me. I'm trying to scrape my window and then by the time I hop in my car, my hands are just frozen from everything.
I have the best pair of mittens donated to us at work. They were left.
The subtext of donated means somebody's left them behind.
They never came
back for them, so we've claimed them for ourselves.
So we keep them.
Donated.
They were left at the Santa parade night.
Oh, what a great time to
And
leave
I'm thinking,
behind.
that poor person there, because it would have been cold out there.
Yeah.
And then we left it, and then we're into spring. Like they don't even need their gloves. I took them. They're so good.
Oh, nice.
They're very warm, and they're mittens. And mittens I find are better than gloves here.
Why?
Because you're just all enclosed, and it keeps your fingers are warmer than when they're separated into fingers.
How do you find driving then? I think that's the part.
I'm just using my whole hand. And a mitten. Although I do have the luxury of a heated steering wheel, so I only start off with those and then they whip them off because my steering wheel is warm.
How delightful.
Yeah, I feel like I've made it.
That is one of the things where I moved here, and because I was thinking about it yesterday when I was sitting in my freezing car waiting for it to turn on or to heat up. And you're like, well, why don't you just start your car and go back inside? I live in a basement. I have to go all the way upstairs through the garage, turn my car on, and then... So I'm sitting there and I'm like, never in my life would I have thought to myself, my next car is going to be a car where I can push a button and it will start and I'll have heated seats.
Yes.
That if I can have those two things, I'll be a happy chappy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Start your car when you're still in bed.
Yeah.
And then get dressed and go outside. It's all defrosted.
And it's all defrosted. Well, I mean, depending on how much snow's on there, but what a delightful thing to think of.
I know.
And when you don't live here, is that a thing in the UK? Do you have cars like that? Where you can push a button?
Not that I've ever had or that I ever looked at, so I don't know. Maybe now. Not in my wheelhouse. Mine were little old bangers.
Anyway, how have you been the last 2 weeks?
I have been pretty good, actually. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks, to be fair. It's gone quick.
It has, but also it's been so lovely.
Mm-hmm. Not to have to do for you.
Yes.
Well, also, I guess I didn't really notice. I didn't feel the relief that you do that you haven't got to. There's so much to do for podcasting.
Right.
So I was just like, oh, I've got a night off. What did we do? We went somewhere.
We did go somewhere.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Oh.
We were supposed to go somewhere last Thursday.
I love that both of us were just like, oh, yeah, we didn't. And
we had a snow day.
We did.
There's quite a lot of snow, but we were supposed to drive. Well, we could have got the train, but we just...
Well, no, the full context of the story is that there was a massive snowfall that happened the night before. You and I trudged our way into work, messaging one another saying, are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you arrive safely? I got there first. I was like, yep, sorted. You might need to leave your house earlier, though, because the roads were terrible.
Yeah.
And then we got there and we're opening things up and we're like, I don't know about the all of the schools are cancelled, no school days. And then as the day starts progressing, meaning like 7 o'clock, we start saying, oh, this business in town's closed down, this business in town's closed down. Oh, next door neighbours are closing down for the day.
Yeah.
And so then eventually by about 9 o'clock, we were kind of wondering, we pushed staff back, we cancelled a staff member.
Yeah, because my thought always is in a snowstorm. Like, I've made it in. Maybe I'm stupid to do that. I don't know. But I don't want somebody else driving in that. And especially the younger drivers. I mean, I just don't want it. I don't want to be responsible for them saying, I can't come in, I'm in a ditch. Or, I would rather they stay at home. I'd rather do it by myself.
Yeah. So that's what we were doing. And then we got the call at 9 from our boss that we could close up shop. Mm-hmm. But the unfortunate thing was, even though that was amazing news, I had a quiche in the oven. I was in the middle of making a soup. We had a big old delivery that we were waiting for it to arrive so that we could put it away. So we stayed until 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I think if we had stayed open, we would have caught the train and we would have gone into Toronto.
But because
we closed early, it's like, there was no way that I was going to drive all the way home in that snowstorm and then drive back to your house to then hop on a train.
Yeah.
That's like a 2 hour.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Or I could have come and hung out at your house for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Which
would have been fine, but still a bit boring.
But I had nothing with me to do anything. So then we made the call and...
Sorry, Mrs. Doubtfire, the show.
We were going to go see a show and...
We didn't come.
We didn't come.
No. So that's what we did last time. There has been over the weekend... I mentioned over the weekend, on Sunday, Jesus Christ, is there a full moon today? We've got some real wallies in today.
Oh,
and it bloody was.
Was it a full moon or was it a new moon? Because I was driving and I thought I saw the moon in the sky last night and it was like a slither and I thought of you.
I think it was a full moon and it was some kind of Capricorn moon. I don't know about these things, but it was like a powerful moon. Oh. And good God.
It was a powerful moon.
I don't really believe in these sort of things, but... Jesus, I made just the comment of, is it a full moon? These people are
honestly, the full moon situation does make people, it makes cats crazy.
Right.
Because it's something to do with magnetic pull. Because the moon is the magnetic pull of how tides work.
Right,
so there's something to do with how it all affects something.
My God.
So what were they doing? What was happening on Sunday?
Just people were coming in and we have a chalkboard which has got some amazing pictures drawn on it of our food.
Yeah.
And one of these guys came, they were all at the same table. The first table, it's such a long-winded story. I'm not going to go into it too much, but it was, he'd ordered 2 sandwiches and he orders them in a certain order and we'd put them in a different order and he was getting confused thinking he needed to reorder the grilled cheese and I had to explain and show him the screen and then he went and it was just like, for goodness sake, listen to me. I know you don't want another grilled cheese. Uh-huh. You've already ordered that. You have the goat cheese next. And it was just this whole process. And so the same people at that table, a different party came up and he said, can I please have that veggie burger? Mm-hmm. The picture, the chalk picture. Yeah. And I said, we don't do burgers. It's
a grilled veggie sandwich.
Yeah, which it says above the chalk picture.
Yeah.
But it looks like a burger, so I want the burger. It's for my daughter. It's not a burger, sir. But he was insistent. He says, the picture is a burger.
It's a hand-drawn picture, douche.
I'm like, it's a grilled vegetable sandwich. And today, I had a busy day on Saturday, or we did.
Yeah.
And I don't have the patience for your bullshit today. It is not a burger. Trust me, I work here. We don't have burgers. Do you want the sandwich, sir? Okay, I'll have the sandwich. But he argued it with me. And then the lady that came up and she was ordering a sandwich and it had pickles in it. And I wasn't the person that was taking this order. Are they real pickles? And I heard this happen, and I looked at Jeremy, and me and Jeremy looked at each other as if to say, what the actual sort of question is that? Uh-huh. And I'm not going to dive over, and the person on the till was more than capable of dealing with it, but I even saw it on this person that is like the
Like
sweetest,
she's so
nicest,
lovely.
hardworking person.
Yeah, and
even
so
her
great with
face was
customers.
like, "What the fuck kind of question is that?" And she said, "Yeah, it's a pickle and it's sliced." Like, I don't know. But what I've realised since is that lady did what I do, and she said something without the context, because I'm always doing that. So what she didn't say was, "Is it like a relish pickle?" That's what she meant, because at the end she said, "Oh, I didn't
That's
want
what
it all
you think
chocolate."
she meant.
Yes.
She could have just been a dumb person that
She could
just
have been.
goes and says, "Is that a real pickle?"
Scott sent me
Or-
something last night that said, until you've worked in the restaurant industry, or unless you've worked in the restaurant industry, you have no idea how much stupidity there is out in the world. Because it all really happens in restaurants,
It really
I think.
does. And I wonder too if it's part of that stress compilation of, oh, I've got to do my order and I've got to choose this now, and oh, you're asking me all the questions, which I understand.
Yeah.
It's a fast-paced, quick decision, which is why you know what you're getting before you even go to a place.
I don't like to be put in that position, because then I would be like that.
Yeah, and there are times when if there's so much of a menu, which we do have quite a large menu range, where you're standing there and like, oh crap, I'm like the second person in line, I've never been here before, I don't actually know what's good. Okay, I know I like chicken, I'm just going to go with the chicken.
Yeah.
Like, there is a bit of that element, but also, are they real pickles?
Are they real pickles? And I think the whole place was just like,
What?
huh? Goodness sake.
Are they real pickles?
So yeah,
Wow.
that was some of my thoughts. There was more, but those are the two that stick out for me. And just, everybody was just like, I can't believe that just happened. So yeah,
Oh, goodness.
real pickle lady. Joella,
Yes.
I think you have some updates on last week when we talked about the atmosphere. You've heard from some people about atmosphere and environments of places?
Yes, but before I go into that, I've saved this. I have a question for you.
Okay.
So last week I went to a trivia night, and some friends and I were talking. I don't know how we got onto the conversation. It had nothing to do with that. Oh, no, it was a trivia question. And the trivia question was, the answer I said was sherbet lemon.
Right.
But they were saying lemon drops. Both answers were correct. I realised afterwards. It's like one was a British version, one was a American version. They accepted both answers. I was like, great. So then my two Canadian friends were sitting there and they're like, so sherbet. It's like, yep. What is that? And so we had this discussion and I was like, what do you mean, what is it? And they were like, well, I've always just grown up calling sorbet sherbet. I was like, what?
What, ice cream sorbet?
Yeah.
Sherbet?
Yeah.
That's not sherbet.
Thank you.
It's sorbet.
I know. And so I said, like, the cold ice cream that's not ice cream.
Flavoured
that's
ice.
Like flavoured ice with fruits and sugar and everything in it. You've called that sherbet. Like, yeah. What do you call sherbet? And I'm like, I honestly...
It's hard to describe.
My gabba was flustered the whole evening. And my friend Sam was just looking at me and she's like, this has really gotten to you. And I'm like, it has. Like, my mind just went... Because, okay, so now I kind of have been wanting to talk to you about this since I heard about it. But I was like, I need to save this for the podcast. And I hated waiting. But I did ask one of the girls at work when you went around. And I was like, can you tell me... do you know what sherbet is? And they're like, well, I mean, I would call it sorbet. I'm like, no, what is wrong with Canadians?
Do they even have sherbet here? Sherbet dib-dabs or sherbet?
No. So this is what I have found in my 2 seconds worth of a Google searching, because that's
fully researched
that's
podcast.
how we research things here. But in America and Canada, they're not interchangeable, but they are both frozen cold desserts. I was like, what the stuff? So a sorbet, this is apparently according to delish.com, that's where I'm reading it from. Sorbet is a sweet dessert that's enjoyed for centuries. It's kind of like a snow cone. Think crushed ice with flavoured syrups. However, with technological advances, it's kind of evolved into what we know today. So it's a non-dairy frozen treat made with sugar, water and flavouring. Although I would say that good sorbet is natural fruit flavouring. And then they say that what is sherbet? It's another fruity frozen dessert that's widely available in American supermarkets. just because it contains dairy doesn't mean it's as creamy as regular ice cream.
Oh, really?
So the source of dairy in sherbet can be milk, cream, buttermilk, and even condensed milk. I'm like, what the actual heck? Why do you have to have 2 of these things?
So now that there's ice cream, sorbet, and sherbet.
Yeah. They've got 3 items. I'm trying to figure out what is actually in sherbet. Sherbet contains a small amount of dairy, giving it a creamy texture, while sorbet is dairy-free.
I think I would quite like a sherbet over here then. Also, a sherbet can be like, you're going to go down for a sherbet, like it's a slang for a pint or a drink.
Oh, really?
It can be in England, yeah.
Okay, so in New Zealand, tell me if this is what it is in the UK.
It's going to be the same. I can feel it.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm trying not to just read out the AI.
Well, let me do
thing.
a description of what sherbet is. A powder that is a super sour, makes the inside of your cheeks like kind of hurt and your saliva like start running.
Yeah. It's like a fizzy, sweet, sour candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a powder. So we had dib dabs. So often you'd have a lolly or a sucker. I think they call them here.
I call them a lollipop.
A lollipop.
And a sweet, hard candy on a stick.
Yes.
Whatever you call it.
So you'd have like a packet and you'd rip the packet open. Your lolly would be in there and you stick it in your sherbet. And
well, you usually lick your lollipop first.
Then get it to stick.
Yeah, and then
sherbet dib dab.
Oh,
and then we have sherbet fountains.
Okay, what's a sherbet fountain?
It's like a tube, like a Smartie tube, but a little bit stockier. Yeah. And it has a piece of black licorice in. Yeah. And the thing is filled with sherbet, and you do the same with your black licorice.
Oh, okay. So it's still like a dib-dabby kind of situation.
It's a dib-dabby situation.
Okay.
So a lemon sherbet, to me, is a hard lemon candy. About the size of like a humbug or something, the same sort of thing. And inside the middle is some sherbet, the powdered sherbet.
Oh, so you've got like the sour of and then you get the extra punch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's delicious.
And then you used to have lemon pips.
Okay.
Don't actually think they had sherbet in, so I don't know why I'm remembering lemon pips, but it's just come to my mind. And they were tiny little balls of candy that were just covered in like a
powder or something.
Yeah. They were called pips, lemon pips, I think.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so that's very similar to what it is in New Zealand. And I remember making sherbet. So you can make it with like a citric acid.
Oh, right.
And baking soda and a bit of sugar.
Yeah, it has that baking.
Sometimes like that tartar. Is it tartar? No, I'm thinking tartar sauce.
No, but it has a similar name.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? Yeah.
You're listening to this yelling at me right now, which is great. I'm glad that you know it.
Happy for you.
But I remember making that kind of thing as a kid, and so you would dip your lollipop or your candy or whatever into it. But there is this Sherbalicious thing in New Zealand, which I love, and it's raspberry. So red licorice, it's a tube. Yeah. And then the inside of it is...
like a Twizzler.
Hollow. Kind of like a Twizzler, but I would not call Twizzlers any form of licorice. But similar, it's a bit softer. It's a softer licorice, it's not hard.
And it has the sherbet in it.
Sherbet in it.
I've had those.
Oh, it's so good. I always get them, and I bring some back as like a small whatever I can... Anyway, that is what sherbet is. It's a candy.
When I go over to the UK, which is coming up in February, I'm going to bring some sherbet back.
Okay.
All right?
Fantastic.
You can take sherbets to your friend at the next trivia and say, this my friend, is what sherbet is.
Yes. Okay, so what would be...
make a note.
Is a lemon drop.
I think the lemon drop is going to be similar to the one with that I described. Okay. I'm assuming, because we have pear drops and they're just a shape of a pear. Maybe those lemon ones the same.
Okay, so I think definitely what we were talking about is the difference between American and British terminology, because I just checked something and I was like, oh yeah, so the British version is sherbet lemon. The American version of what we were doing for our trivia was a lemon drop.
Lemon drop. Yeah. But it's the same thing. So even when you were saying, I think we've got lemon drops because you've got pear drops, I think maybe it's just the sherbet lemon. Yeah. But that's what got us on the conversation. I was like, this is so fascinating. Yeah, it is.
And I'm like, what the heck is sherbet here then?
So I need to bring sherbet back with me. We've said sherbet so many times.
We have.
And then we need to try the sherbet here.
If we can find it here.
Yeah.
I've never even thought to look.
No.
Anyway.
Now we will.
So that was my bamboozlement of trivia night, and I've been so dying to discuss this with you.
It's really hard to keep things until the podcast, isn't it?
It really is.
Because I could have kept the whole pickle thing, but I messaged you on Sunday night and said, I've had a day. I had to tell you the pickle story.
You did. Okay, we're going to take a very quick break, and then we'll come back to some reviews of
what we spoke about.
Of what we spoke about last
week.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I got a message from my mum. My mum usually listens to our podcast on a Sunday, and then I usually know when she's listening to our podcast because I get messages about it. But she was saying that in terms of her experience for cafes and what she looks at, because we were talking about, is it environment, is it service, is it food
that brings you into a place?
That brings you into a place. Is it the external that you judge before you go internally? So my mum said it's the environment or the atmosphere, the service, and then the food. This is just for her. Those are the three that she looks for when she wants to go and find a place, and then also what brings you back into spending more money. She said for her, the actual place is important too. I like comfy seats and I love the view aspects, outside cafe style, and she loves the big couches too. And so that was just like a interesting feedback from her to kind of just say, oh yeah, like it is environment, it is service, and it is food, and all three of those kind of have to combine in order for you to want to go back again.
Yes, yeah.
And then I found something that I tried to save, can't find it again.
Hello, Helen.
But like good researchers that we do for 5 seconds on Google, I have found this very small article by Smarter Coffee. Literally have just found them, so I don't know who they are or where they come from. But this was the essence of what I read and why we as humans like cafes. So one of the most significant reasons people enjoy going into coffee shops is the atmosphere. Coffee shops are designed to be comfortable and welcoming, with warm lighting, cozy seatings, and relaxed ambience. This environment can make us feel more comfortable and relaxed, which can help us be productive and creative. Additionally, many coffee shops play background music, which can help to reduce distractions and increase focus. So it's kind of like when I was listening or reading the other thing that I found, it is like that white noise or that something in the background that we actually don't have to listen to, but it kind of does something to our brain. And it's the same with the chatter of the busyness of the coffee shop too. Yeah. I hate sitting in a quiet place.
Yes.
And unless it's the library that like I've intentionally gone to a place where I really want quiet.
You've gone there for a reason.
Yeah. But when it's a cafe and I go in and it's quiet the whole time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave now.
Yeah.
Another factor that contributes to the appeal of coffee shops is the social environment. Humans are social, and coffee shops provide a space where we can interact with people. We meet with friends, colleagues, or even strangers and engage in meaningful conversations. And let's be honest, that's why we do it.
Yeah.
It's that 5-second interaction.
That's totally why we do it.
Yeah. This social interaction can help boost our mood and reduce feelings of loneliness, which is especially important in today's world of remote work and social isolation.
Which is why we like to get people's names and try and remember, or at least remember their drink and make them feel like they're part of our family.
So when you become a regular, we enjoy it as much because we know you, we want to ask you questions. How was that thing that you went to the other day? All of that. The third factor that contributes to the psychology of coffee shops is the coffee itself, which that kind of goes into the food. So I won't kind of like go more into that. In addition to these factors, there are also other psychological elements that play out in coffee shops. For example, the smell of coffee can be comforting and familiar, reminding us of our childhood or of our home. This can help to reduce stress and anxiety and create a sense of safety and security. Additionally, the act of ordering coffee and interacting with the barista can create a feeling of connection and belonging, which can improve our overall well-being.
Oh, that's amazing.
So essentially,
we're very important people.
But it just kind of, I think that rounds out our talk from last time off really well.
If we'd done our research properly, we could have done that last week.
But we don't. We just fly by the seat of our pants, and then afterwards we're like, oh, look, we were right.
You having said that, we've always said we would like to find somewhere that feels like that for us.
Yeah.
Because the place we work feels like that for many. But because it's a place of work, it certainly isn't a place where we could go and do that ourselves.
No.
But this week, we have found somewhere that we might be able to do that.
We did find somewhere.
Felt like that for us.
Yeah.
It's called Leven House. Mm-hmm. It has about 3 or 4 table seating areas and a little couch area. Mm-hmm. And it's in a great community. Mm-hmm. We went there, and the person that has opened it was just a ray of sunshine.
Lovely.
You know, when you first meet, it doesn't happen very often, but there are occasions where you meet somebody and you're like, oh my God, I feel like you're going to be part of my life. Not like hugely, but you're just going to be that person that I know is there. And every time that I go into this establishment, you're just going to be this amazing person. She was just, I don't know, there was something that radiated off her. She was just lovely and welcoming.
She was.
Yeah. And we had a delicious coffee. We sat on some comfy sofas and we were like, oh.
We actually we sat there and I was like, we probably have to leave soon because I have a drive to, I'm going out for dinner tonight. I need to go meet people. And we just carried on sitting
there.
We're like, it was just so relaxing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a beautiful space.
It's very hard for us to find that.
It is.
So I'm really pleased that we have. I mean, we probably won't be there all the time.
And it's not really a place that we could go and work in terms of take our computers. That's a place to just go sit.
And have
a cup of coffee.
You could read a book there for a bit in the daytime.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, they've got an outdoor area that they might be able to use. So anyway, we found it. We found somewhere for ourselves. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I could have stayed there for ages.
Yeah. It was very relaxing.
Yeah.
I had a thought train after that, but I don't remember where it was.
Just left the station without you.
Yeah, I did. I got on the platform too late and I just waved as it took off.
But yeah, so rounding up that last week's environment and atmosphere, it's that what you read out was extremely interesting. I really like that.
Do you know what I think of every now and then is the big existential things that my brain thinks about is the world that we're stepping into and the AI development of just thinking about like what in the future is not going to be taken over by machines in the grand scheme of the Matrix world. And so I was just thinking, do you know what? Food is one of those things which, I mean, I'm sure machines will take over, or there's going to be some. I mean, factories still do that anyway.
Yeah.
And there are things, but there's an element where a cafe environment still provides something of a human connection.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't really create an artificial version of that.
No.
Because
there are going to be machines that make the coffee.
Absolutely. And there's going to be more than that. But it was that particular thing where I thought about of the sense of as humans, we need connection. Mm-hmm. And this type of workplace or this type of environment, whether it's food going into our bellies.
Yeah.
It still
People are still going to need that.
Yeah.
You know, in I think it's in the Milton Keynes area up that way of England, and it's probably in other towns. But now there are little robots that bring you your takeaway food.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, so people get like, oh, look, there's a robot, but that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine that younger people on a night out aren't going to pick that robot. Yeah, like the mom's going to come in their bedroom and be like, what is that? Oh, that's a robot.
That's my friend Charlie.
We used to take traffic cones.
Oh, yeah.
And there'll be traffic cones and mum will be like, what is this? Or one time traffic it was a for sale sign and we put it in front of someone else's house. I don't think I was there for that, but it happened in the group of people that I know. Took the for sale sign out, walked up the street and put it in front of someone else's house. Oh, such fun. Right, shall we have another little sip of something? I need to go and get a bit of water. We don't have a drink in front of us.
Yeah, have another quick break and then be back with...
We're talking about 9 to 5 versus shift work.
9 to 5.
What
Just
a way to make a living. All right, I'm going.
Also, I love the part where she's like, stumble out of bed. And I'm like, I stumble out of bed every morning, Dolly.
Oh, Dolly. Happy birthday, by the way, Dolly. She was just 80.
Just recently?
Well, I don't know if it was recently because it came up on my Instagram, but it doesn't mean that that's recent. Gonna get
On that note, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. And we're back, and I still have Dolly Parton stuck in my head.
Me too. So this conversation that we're going to have came about from you because somebody that you knew is taking a 9-to-5 job, right?
Yeah.
And is excited about the 9-to-5 job.
Stupid move. I'm so
I
sorry.
had my drink of water in the break,
I
and
know.
Joe's decided to gulp hers down, as we've said, and we're back.
Because I had a work message that I was replying to, and I just was like, okay, work message done.
We're always bloody at work, even when we're not at work.
Now let's push record. Okay. Yes. So it was just someone had gone from hospitality, moved into a 9-to-5 workday, and absolutely was loving it. Loved the fact that they had an evening free. Loved the fact that they had a weekend. And it was just the element of stability and consistency. And they went to the gym in the morning and then came home, and it was like, hey, I have a Friday night and I have the next 2 days off. And so then that's kind of what birthed the concept of 9-to-5.
Because have you ever done 9-to-5?
I have.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So there was a blip around COVID time where we didn't know what was happening with restaurants. And so at that point, I think it might have just been me and you and maybe 2 other staff members that were doing the entire days. And I was like, I don't know if I can survive on this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I left New Zealand wanting to leave hospitality. And I walked into hospitality.
How's that going for you?
I mean, 6.5 years later, I'm still in hospitality. But I did want to try something different. So I was an administrator for a counselling centre for 3 years.
Wow.
I think it was 3 years. And then I never really left hospitality in the process.
Yeah.
Because I'd take a couple of shifts and I'd help you guys out.
That's right, yeah. So that's probably why it doesn't feel like 3 years for me, because you went absent for 3 years.
Yeah. The first year I did it part-time, so I did both jobs. And then the second year, I think I went into full-time. And then the last year, it was kind of a back and forward, and I did
So
a couple of
how
shuttle
did
couples.
you find 9-to-5? Initially, probably it was like, oh, this is nice.
Initially, the weekend factor was lovely because I've never really had 2 days off in a row on a weekend time either. And so that was a new concept. And I really enjoyed my weekends because my Saturday was I'd do stuff with my sister's kids, or I would have a Saturday free so I could go to hang out with somebody at lunchtime, or I'd be able to see them in dinner time and not have to say, I'm going to meet you after 7 when I'm finished my day shift.
Because a lot of your social life are people that are 9-to-5-ish, are they?
Yes.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
So you doing shift work makes this more difficult for you.
absolutely.
So 9-to-5 fits in with...
The social calendar of other people who also
which
do 9
is
to 5
one of the
jobs.
benefits of 9-to-5. If you are around people, then that's one of the benefits.
What I did enjoy is that there was also a blip where you and I went to the gym together in the mornings on your days off, and then I would kind of consistently go in the mornings as well. But it would mean that I would go in the morning, and then it was just down the road from where I worked as well. And so then I'd finish, go to work, feel great, do my job, and be like, hey, I've been to the gym this morning. That was wonderful. Now, my days usually start at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, as it is, just to get up to get to work in time. I'm like, I don't want to wake up an extra 2 hours earlier just to pop to the gym to do an hour's worth of something.
Bloody blame you either.
No. And so that also, I think, kind of finding any fitness regime within a hospitality world is a lot harder. More if you do morning shifts. Afternoons might be different. But yeah, and then
Also that I have a feeling that that's an age thing and motivation thing, because a lot of our kids, they fit it in.
yes, they
In
do
their
fit
shit,
it in.
yeah.
Yeah. But also, I would say
Work kids, that is.
yeah, I would say we usually start our morning at 6 or 7 o'clock at work. We're done by 3 or 4 if it's not a long stretch of a day. You've just done 8 or 9 hours of work. There's no way I'm going to do anything after that.
Absolutely
Yeah.
no way.
But-
I've struggled to lift my leg up to put it in my pajamas.
So I will say, yes, it's motivation, but I will also say that the kids that come in, they don't come in at that time in the morning.
No, that's true.
And then they'll usually come in at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So they have got school and
Yeah.
The other thing that I did not enjoy about 9 to 5, drove me absolutely mental, was the traffic.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate this. I've never really had to deal with 9 to 5 traffic. I have worked mornings most of my hospitality worlds. I started off in bakery. I was at work by 2 o'clock in the morning. No traffic on the road. Drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I had to figure out that there was a Timmy's, like a Tim Hortons on the way, and it was halfway between my house and the office. And I just literally had to stop there every single day to get my cup of coffee and a croissant so that I could sit in traffic and not be absolutely be driven insane.
And that's how you start your day. That's awful. Yeah.
And then I'd finally get in. And if it's a snow day, then you're dealing... And it was about 40 minutes drive for me to get to the office. And it was just... And by the time the afternoon came, I mean, I say 9 to 5. It was actually more 7 to 4, 8 to 4. Because I wanted to beat the traffic.
Yeah.
So anything that I ever did in
Luckily,
terms of my hours...
Luckily, that had some flexibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, aside from that, I found it really annoying in terms of if my car had to go into a mechanic, there's a whole entire restructuring of something. If I have an appointment...
Take a day off or
you have to you have to, like, pop out and check if that's okay that you can... I mean, I had such a great, flexible reality at that particular job.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, you've either got to take a half day or some of your holiday for some things.
Yeah.
I have worked 9 to 6, but it wasn't Monday to Friday. So when I moved from the airport, I moved to a retail clothing store in Brighton, in England, and it was open 9 to 6. But it was open every day of the week.
Right.
So I still didn't get like that.
A 2-day off in a row situation.
But I did not at all like 9 to 6.
Yeah. I
just hated it. Like, I'm not a sort of person that's going to get up and think, I'm going to use this. Like, I would normally be up at, 4 or 5 or 6 for the airport. I'm not going to get up at that same time and go to the gym and do something and then go to work. Like, I'm sleeping into the last minute. I'm getting up, getting dressed, going to work. So those hours are done.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing 9 to 6, and then I got to trudge it home. And, okay, do get a day off in the week or 2 days off in the week because I would normally work weekends. And I like that still because that's what you get. But I could not do 9 to 5. Mm-mm. It's too regimented. It's too predictable. It's a routine that I don't think I would enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Also, the weather aspect. As you're talking, I realised this was another thing, is that when you're working those hours, we sometimes finish at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If it's the middle of summer... Oh, man, you've got the rest of that until 10 o'clock at night.
Your days are much longer in the summer, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, that's the summer. But then even in winter time, when we leave work in the day, we've still got sunlight.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're leaving to get to work for 9 o'clock in the morning, you're driving in sometimes dark, and then you finish, and then you drive home at dark. Like, no wonder it's depressing for people.
When we worked at the airport, which I did for many years, you can't see outside.
Uh-huh.
So you drive in the dark, as you say, and if you've got a super extra long day or something happens, and you go outside and you're like, oh, God, has daylight even happened?
Yeah.
But the birds would still be singing. It was weird at the airport because there's so many artificial lights. The birds still think it's daytime. So you go out and you're like, well, the birds are chirping, go to sleep. But yeah, that would happen a lot. I've really only ever done shift work. Mm-hmm. And although they say that shift work is not good on your body, well, it's actually very true. Like, your sleep patterns are out, your eating patterns are out. Like, if you're trying to do like a Weight Watchers or a Slimming World, when you're opening in the morning and you have to be there at 5, like 3 meals a day, you're like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not... day is so long.
Yeah.
Like, your eating goes out the window, your sleep goes out the window.
Also, for us, eating goes out the window anyway because our lunchtime is the busiest time.
Yeah.
So we can't take a break to just sit and eat food at lunchtime if that's how regiment you want to be. So it's either you have a very early lunch or you have a very late lunch.
Yeah. Or you don't have lunch at all.
Or you don't have, which is usually the case, is that we don't really...
I mean, so I'm saying shift work for me, but it's not like the shift work like... 4 nights, 4 off. Like mine was shift work in terms of it was up and down. Like you'd be there at 6, or then you'd have to start at 3 or 4 and work until 11.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you'd have to do a clope, and like you're just all over the place with your body clock.
Yeah.
When you work at the airport. For me now, I can't really call it shift work. It's just an early start because I mainly do days.
Yeah. And your days are consistent. Like
Yes.
you usually have the same days off.
Yeah.
But also they aren't weekend days. You still work weekends.
Yeah, which, though, I
Yeah.
have to say, I prefer. Although sometimes they are super exhausting. I'd be like, oh my God, like it's a lot and I have to do this again tomorrow. I would rather have a day off in the week when no other bugger is off.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I get some downtime, quiet time. If I'm off at the weekend and everybody's there at home, and then you go out and it's like, oh my God, it is so goddamn busy. That's not a day off for me. That's stressful. So it depends on what you need emotionally and what, like for what kind of job you have.
Yeah.
They do say that if you want routine and if you want... Often shift work, they say, is higher paid. I mean, not in restaurant industries, it's not. But I think if you do shift work, in some jobs you get like an extra bonus or an extra... What's it called? I can't think of the word. But they get extra money if you work before this time on your hourly wage. That's often how it worked in England. If you had to work from this time to this time in the night, you would get some extra... Your hourly rate would be slightly higher. And then once it got to 9 o'clock, then it would be regular. It's almost like electricity and gas, like different times of the day.
Yeah.
So you get paid higher for shift work, but it is bad on your body, bad on your health. It's not good for your heart or for your hormones. Like if you do that all your life, then you're probably not very well inside. But
Or
some
if
people
you do,
thrive
like
on
if you
it.
are, then that's phenomenal. Yeah, and then some people do thrive on it.
Yeah.
Because I have wondered when I was younger and working at my mum's restaurant, and I don't know why I just jumped into this, so maybe it will come out in the end, but when we used to do evenings and that was busy stretches, Mum and I would come home at about midnight or 1 a.m. And at this time I was 13, 14, 15 when I worked there. But at that, like, you get home and you're buzzing.
Oh, you're not going to bed straight away.
No, like your whole, because it's been busy. And so me and Mum were the only two people in the kitchen from 5 o'clock until whenever we left to get home. We were busy. There was constant, we were also some of the dishwashers as well. So it's like, it was a small place. Yeah, maybe had 1 or 2 servers and then me and Mum, and between all of us would do dishes. And so there was just a lot of adrenaline that goes through your system. And so I think about restaurant workers too, because I think about the fact that in the restaurant world, in the grander restaurant world, there's a lot of addiction problems.
Yes.
But I think about the fact that when you're coming off that high at 1 o'clock in the morning, where do you go?
Yeah.
I mean, a club might be open down the road.
Or late night. But there used to be lots of places that were open much later in Canada. Like they close earlier now since COVID. But yeah, you just go and have a drink and then...
Or you do anything else to kind of sustain that high until you eventually conk out, and then you do a rinse and repeat the next day.
Yeah.
Like I understand why some people turn to that, because Mum and I would have to go outside, and we had a pool with a deck around it, and so you just sit
put your feet in
and
it.
you just you just look up and the stars are out.
I got to the stage now though, and I think that this is an age thing, and you can't keep up with it. What's it? Your metabolism, or it's not metabolism. That is not the word I'm looking for. Anyway, whatever. So you get home, and I could actually, at that point, probably get into bed and just fall asleep. Because I'm mentally done and I physically can feel it, and I could lie down and just go to sleep. But that wouldn't do me any good, because then I'd probably wake up an hour later. But because your body is at that stage where I could do that. When the day is done, the day is done.
You are done.
Yeah, it is done. It is over. But shift work offers a variety for me. I prefer it. Days off, not the same. I'm less stressful when I'm out in the real world, because there's not as many people. It's always been very flexible for me and my family. Like, I could work this, because we couldn't afford daycare. If you had 9 to 5, both you have to pay for daycare. Yeah. So we couldn't afford daycare. So I would work this. Scott he was in the restaurant industry as well. He would work the evening, or I would work the evening. He would work the day. Yeah. And we swapped. I mean, we never saw each other, but we did our childcare
raised
that
your
way.
kids
So
together.
the flexibility in that is brilliant.
Yeah.
But as we say, higher stress, weight gain, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. There is a part and parcel, and I think it's kind of depending on who you are and what you prefer. It's part of my job is sitting in front of a computer, and I've been doing that all morning before you came and we're here. But yeah, it does my head in because I'm just sitting staring at a screen. And I mean, some people are, I'm inputting numbers right now because I'm tracking some food costing, and that's my task. But so it's mundane work. So my brain is not activated in any single way. There might be jobs out there that someone's working 9 to 5 and their brain is like locked in and they're thoroughly enjoying it. But yeah, and so I think it's just each to their own, but this is just kind of shining a little bit of a light on just the differences of
whatever suits you, obviously.
Yeah, and then also just the reality of working the different hours of hospitality. It's like we don't get usually 2 days off in a row. It's usually 1 day off here and 1 day off there. And then also, yeah, for me, like you said earlier, the people that I want to connect with also have 9 to 5 jobs. And so Saturday evening or an evening, at which point, well, I did Friday night with that trivia, and then everyone was like, they're like, oh, so great, it's Friday, weekend. I'm like, cool, tomorrow's my open.
Yeah.
I've got to get to work by 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
If it's snowing, I
And
have
then
to leave my
all
house
the people
an
that
hour earlier.
come in and they're like, oh, thank God it's Friday. I'm like, yeah, not for me.
Yeah, no, this is my Monday. This is my Friday.
Exactly.
This is my Wednesday.
But I wouldn't swap it. I wouldn't swap my early opens for 9 to 5 ever.
Oh, I feel like I would want to both end. Like, I love that I do some admin stuff. When it's really boring admin stuff, like inputting numbers, drives me insane. But I do like the balance or the...
Right, that's good.
I don't know, I like the little bit of variety.
Although I've got to say that I take in, which I never used to do, but I take an admin day now, or admin 4 hours.
Yeah, to do schedules.
To do schedules at home, which I always do at home. I cannot do it at work.
Yeah.
But I used to do it on my days off and stuff, but now I take the time to do it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do that every day.
Yeah.
Could not do it every day. It's a struggle. My bum hurts, like I'm sitting there and I have to come away from it and go back to it. And couldn't sit down at an office 9 to 5. I applaud
the people that do.
the people that can do that.
Yeah.
That is just would fry my brain more than anything. I would rather be physically tired than mentally from doing
computer work all day. Yeah. It makes me think of when people say to you, are you a morning person or a night person? Because when I take me back 20 years ago or 15 years ago, I would say 100% I'm a night person.
Yeah.
And I was the person that for the blip that I was in university, I was there for one semester. I was the person doing this assignment's due tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll start it at 10 o'clock tonight.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. But that was me, and I would be up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I became a baker, and I had to switch it around
To be a morning person.
And ever since then, at that point, my day was done by 11, and so I was finished work at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'd get home, and so now I have this instillment in me that when I get to like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't been productive in some way, I'm like, my day's done.
Right.
My day's ruined.
Yeah.
But that's because I've had the mentality of, for so long, I worked in a space where I did my entire workday
Before 11.
Before 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
where I was all of this productiveness. And then I get to the end of my day and I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I can chill for my day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's now...
The other way around.
it's just funny how it's like rewired
Yeah.
some of the stability of how I structure
Yeah.
things. Because I'm like, if I just get out of bed at 10 o'clock, barely happens, but I'm like, okay, my day is ruined.
Yes. Then I'm going to sit down and then I'm going to check on my phone for a bit. And it's 12 o'clock. Yes.
Yeah.
No,
And then
screwed.
day's done. But
Day's
for
done.
some people, they're waking up at 12 o'clock, starting
Yeah.
their day, and then they go until 3 o'clock in the
I
morning.
can't say now whether I'm a morning person or... I'm definitely not an evening person.
But that's now, because
now,
you work...
but I also don't think... Like, if I could be a morning person that started my morning at 8, I would be, do you know what I mean? But getting my alarm go off, like, early, I do not want to get up.
Right.
I'm not like, oh, yay, it's morning. I'm like,
But you used to be a night person, though, right? Like, you...
I used to do work until 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Well, and a morning person, I guess. I don't know. It was just everything. When you're young, you don't really know what you are. You can just go with the flow and wake up and stay up.
Or eventually wake up.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, those are some of our thoughts. I hope it's shed some light on what it's like to work in hospitality, and just I don't know, there's no right answer. I think it's just a matter of what field you're in, what you prefer.
What fits in with your family and lifestyle.
What fits in your family lifestyle or your individualistic lifestyle, depending on how you live.
How you live your life.
Yeah, sometimes there's benefits and disadvantages
and cons
to both realities.
Oh, definitely.
There's no right way, no easy way.
No.
I will say I do enjoy the fact that I don't have to battle with the amount of traffic.
Yeah.
Because that drives me nuts.
Yeah. And when I do it, like for any reason, it's like, no. You're here early, Helen. Yes, I'm here early because I do not want to sit behind somebody else. I just want to get here.
Yeah. Anyway, on that note, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. And we are back.
What's your question?
Well, I just realised, are we going to do a Who Does That this week?
I can definitely do a Who Does That this week.
Okay, you do a Who Does That. We'll go that first.
Mine is a Who Does That? Don't do that. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
So you're busy in your restaurant or in your cafe, and you've got plates in your hands, and people stop you on the way past. Excuse me, could you just get 3 glasses of water for us? I'm like, absolutely, no problem. Do you want ice in those? Yes, please. I'll be right back. So I've got to go back into the kitchen, not just dump my dishes. I'm going to offload my dishes into the various piles, and then I'm going to be like, oh, waters. I'm going to go get those waters. So I'll get my 3 waters with ice. The people at this table, not very patient people, have asked somebody else that's walking past without dishes, can I have 3 glasses of water, please? Do you want ice? Yes, I'll have ice. That person hasn't had to offload everything or do anything else. So they've come straight back and got this job out the way, taking the waters over. I'm getting 3 waters. I go over and I'm like, here's your waters. Oh, for fuck's sake, you already have your waters.
Do you know what? This actually happened to me this week too.
Oh, God. Now, you've wasted my time.
Yes.
Because I could be doing something else than getting ice in the cup, filling it up, balancing it on the tray,
it's honestly
walking to your table.
Such a pain in the ass when somebody asks you to do something that's out of your flow of what you're currently doing. I mean, we'll do it, and here you go, here's your water, absolutely. But, someone did. I did that. I took food over and I was like, are you guys waiting for anything else? Like, can I get anything else? We'd love some glasses of water, things. Absolutely. I go back. Exactly the same story. I come back and I was like, oh, you've already got glasses. And then they're like, yeah, she just dropped them off. And I was like, well, you can have these 2 now. Yeah. Like, I was not going to dump them. I'm like, here's some extra glasses of water.
Yeah, it's like so... Why you haven't waited enough time for me to... Granted, there's probably times where I have not taken water back. And they've had to ask somebody else, and fair enough. And then I've remembered, I'm like, oh, sorry, I got sidetracked. But this hasn't been very long. I've remembered on this occasion and trotting back and, you're drinking your water, I see. Uh-huh. You've asked somebody else, you haven't waited for me? Well, fuck you. It's so annoying.
Did you give them their drinks or did you walk away with
them? I walked away. Walked away with the tray, making the statement, I'll just take these drinks back then, shall I? Or if people are like, can I have a box for my
takeout
salad or whatever? Yeah. And then you go back over and it's already wrapped in a box and there's, okay, you don't need this box then? Take this box back, shall I? Anyone else for a box? Oh, God, just have some patience. So annoying. It honestly pissed me off this week.
I don't have a Who Does That, but I do have a, oh man, I can't believe this happened again. Something along the lines of that. And I think we've talked about it on this podcast before, but it's how many times do you go back and forth to a table before it actually becomes very annoying? And it was getting to the 3rd time.
Oh, yeah.
Which I was like, okay, I'm going to be ticked now.
Yeah.
So I went to this table. I delivered their food. Great.
Anything else for you?
Anything else? Have we got everything? Are you missing anything? No, actually, can we have some ketchup? Absolutely. Go get some ketchup. Come back out. Deliver the ketchup. I'm really sorry, but would you be able to grab some extra oat milk for me? Absolutely. Go out. Extra oat milk. Give it down. I'm so sorry to do this, but can I get one more thing? And by that point, I'm livid. I'm like, you have kind of 3 chances for me to visit your table. One is the delivery, and then you get 2 more choices.
Yeah.
after that, I'm
Ask
just
somebody else or just do without.
Sort yourself out. Like, look at the table and just say, do you know what? We could really do, like, can I have some ketchup and some more oat milk, please?
Yeah.
Get all of that out of the way.
Yes.
Don't.
I know. Or, can I have a glass of water, please? Yes. Anybody else? No, I'm fine. Put the water down. Actually, could I have a glass of water?
Sort yourself out.
No. I've already asked you. Can you imagine? That would be awesome. Absolutely no problem. Would you like a glass of water? And they're like, no. So then you've just got to get the other one. But the other one wants, I do need some napkins. Well, fuck, you could have asked me that when she was asking for a fucking water. Oh, people.
So note to yourself, when you're going out to a place and you see something on you and you're like, yeah, but I didn't think about it until, then suffer the consequences of not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Or get up off your own seat and go and get your own napkins, or just see if you can get old.
Or you find somebody else.
Yeah.
Find a different person.
Yeah.
Because you get 2 chances to ask for something.
Yeah, the third is the strike.
Yeah, the third is when we want
You're going to get a little bit snippy.
We want to feel like we can spit in your drink. We don't. Clarification, I've never spat in anybody's drink.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that.
I would never.
I couldn't do that. I could do other things, but
I can definitely hope to do that and wish to do that. But no, I would never sink that low. I would never do anything to endanger somebody's thing.
No.
But that's when we want to.
Yeah, that's when you just...
And we're saying all the things about you in our mind while we deliver your water and say, there you go, have a great day.
Don't let that go down the wrong hole.
I hope
choke
you choke
on your
on
drink.
it. I actually don't know, because then otherwise we'd have to save you.
Oh, yeah, we'd have to... Oh, I don't want that to happen.
No.
Right.
Okay.
You have one question.
One
then we're
question.
going to wrap this baby up.
To wrap it up, I was going through some questions and I was like, I don't know if this one actually works. And then maybe it will work. So, question for you. What is the book you say is your favourite? And what is your actual favourite?
Okay.
And then I thought, do you actually have a favourite book?
I only ever read them once. I don't know if they're my favourite. You know, like I would go back. But these are the books that have made me feel something, like a kick in the gut, or made me feel something that's made me think about my own life, or and that's why I remember them, because otherwise you could ask me what book I read last week and I'd be like, yeah, it was good. Like, I don't know the name of it or anything.
Yeah.
But these 2 books I will often give to people or recommend to people because I would like them to see if they have that same experience.
Right.
So my first book is Annie Freeman's Fabulous Funeral.
Okay.
Isn't
it The Fabulous Travelling Funeral?
Fabulous Travelling Funeral. It could be.
Annie Freeman's Fabulous Travelling
Funeral.
Yeah.
So
there's something about travelling in there.
Yeah. So I would recommend everybody gets that book and read it.
You gave me that book and I read it and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
it does make you think, doesn't it? I mean, it's not... If it would be something that would be great to do for your friends, or...
Yeah.
I don't want to give it away, but it would be. But it would cost you money, and you have to set things up. And
honestly, I read that book, and I was like, I want to be this person.
Right, there you go. I did too. This is what I would love to do.
Yeah.
And I pick my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
and the location. So it's really good for that. And the other one is called "They Left Us Everything" by Plum. Who was the first one by?
I don't know. Did you not write it down?
Chris. Chris with a K.
Radish.
Chris Radish. And They Left Us Everything is by Plum Johnson. And it is...
set in Southern Ontario.
In Oakville. And the house that's in it is still there.
It's a true story.
Yes, it is, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like a memoir, but that really, really hits home.
Her parents have passed away, and now it's all about the siblings having to process not only their grief, but the house that they... grew up in.
Yeah.
And
it's a wonderful story.
It is.
So those are the 2 books that I remember, apart from The Wishing Chair from when I was a kid by Enid Blyton.
Oh, yeah.
So there's 3 books. That's the first ever book that made me cry or made me have emotion when I was reading it, was Enid Blyton. Good on you, Enid.
Oh, go Enid.
Yeah, but those are my 2 that I would recommend that everybody has a little read of.
Yeah.
Yours.
When somebody says, what's your favorite book? This is actually my favorite book. Like, I don't know why I would lie.
Yeah.
I read that question. I'm like, I'm the wrong person to ask this question
Yeah.
for, to say it's a different book. So I have 3. These are my top 3 books. I've read them many times. I'm not going to rank them in 3s. They're all just number ones.
You can't favourite any of
No.
them.
So Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen genuinely is. I've read it many times. Love the book. I love the humor in it. I love the undercurrent of her intelligence and how she's dealing with the structure of the day. And I just think it's phenomenal. The next one is The Tea Rose by Jennifer Donnelly. It's set in England and America in Jack the Ripper time. So I'm trying to think like 17th to 18th century. Don't remember. Again, strong female lead, phenomenal story, brilliant. It's got history, it's got drama, it's got action, it's
got everything.
It's got everything. And then my third one is A Town Like Alice by Neville Shute. It's written in the 40s. And like it's actually, he wrote it in the 40s.
Right.
And it's based off of a true story or true events of these women who, after the Second World War, were kind of left under the reign of the Japanese soldiers and were basically trudged all the way down. I will get the place wrong, but like through Southeast Asia anyway. And eventually they were set free. But it's the story of these women being like walking. And so the main character, again, strong female lead. All 3 books have strong female leads. And it's basically like she starts off with this woman and her 3 kids, and then shortly into the story, the woman dies. So then she's looking after the stranger's 3 kids that have become quite attached to her. And then it's such a phenomenal story based off of true events. The book itself is not true. Mm-hmm. And then eventually she moves to Australia and develops a town like Alice Springs. Anyway, great book. They are my 3 top favourite books. What were you going to say? Sorry.
I don't know.
Oh.
So yeah. I think that I would like to be able to read your top 3 favourite books, but I don't think I could read them. I think I would.
You're not a heavy reader, book. No. Unless it's a true kind of punchy
I think I would
story.
have to listen to those. I just couldn't pick up and think, oh, I'd love to finish this reading. And then I'll be like, oh, no, I can't. It's too much.
And The Tea Rose is quite a long story.
Right.
And Pride and Prejudice, it took me probably about 3 reads to kind of really understand the language of how it was written.
Yes.
And understand kind of what is actually being said.
You've got way more patience. Mine has to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and get me straight away. Yeah. If I have to work, closing that baby and putting it back on the shelf.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, those 3 books you probably will never read.
No.
But it's okay. I don't mind.
That's good. I'm glad about that.
So, one of the girls that we work with, she's packing up her house at the moment, and she showed me how much stuff she has. And I was like, that's probably the entire book collection I own. She's like, I read books once. And then she's like, do you read all of your books again? And I'm like, of course I read all of my books again.
I have got a lot of books, and I need to do the same. I need to be able to give them away.
Yeah, but that's because you're a one and done.
I'm a one and done.
You read
or
books
I'm
once.
that's a nice cover. Never read.
But the cover looks pretty.
But the cover, only buy it if it's a good cover.
Yeah.
And then the bit if the bit at the beginning, like they're explaining the book to you. The synopsis is like, I've enjoyed reading that bit and the cover's good. I'm in.
You might actually read that one.
I might actually read that one.
Yeah. It's great when you get a book that you really enjoy and then you pass it on to me and you're like, I don't want it back. Because then if I really enjoy the book, I get to keep it.
You get to keep
and
it.
I get a free book.
And also
great.
I say to you, this is only going to take you a day to read. It's taken me 3 months. But there you go. Right, I'm shutting my book.
Oh, that means we're coming to the end of our episode. I was just about to say thank you very much, goodbye. And then I was like, no.
You got some things to do.
I've got some things to do. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can do by emailing us at pod.andanotherthing@gmail.com. We are on all the socials if you'd like to try and find us. Also, YouTube. Haven't put my last episode up on YouTube.
I know. I had a look the other day. Okay. It wouldn't matter.
No.
I mean, it's great that it's on YouTube, and some of them have got quite a lot of views. The one about driving naked, funnily enough, has got the most views.
Probably because of the name.
They're probably like, whoa, and then there's no pictures, by the way.
It's all audio. And they're like, I'm glad that we have disappointed you. If that's all that, if it's clickbait and you're like, driving naked, you should be ashamed of yourself. I hope you enjoyed our content.
That's funny. That is the one that's got the most. But I feel like the only way that you're going to get anywhere these days with a podcast, I mean, we still enjoy doing it, and we're so thankful that you're listening, is if it's a video one. They are all audio.
Yeah.
And TJ was telling me yesterday that Netflix has bought podcast rights to do some podcasts on there, because that's like the future. But they're not a podcast to me, because you have to sit and watch them.
Yeah.
But you can listen to them as well. But
what's the point? You just sit and
Anyway,
it's not going to happen.
Only if somebody big and famous picks us up and be like, "You got to do this," and we'll be like, "Okay, if you're doing
you
it,
set it up.
Yeah, you set it up. I'm not editing it.
You set everything up.
Yeah,
you make us look nice.
Yeah,
because I'm not putting effort into making myself look good.
Well, this is how we look. We don't make ourselves look nice when we do our little video. That's who we are.
Oh yeah, but
especially today, I just come from yoga. Our hairs are all over the place. Well, yours is.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to have to sort that out.
No, you don't. It actually looks kind of nice as a scruffy bun.
Okay, it's always in a scruffy bun. It's the easiest thing to put my hair up. On that note, I don't know how we trailed off. Thank you so much for listening. Tune in next time for episode 36. For now, have a great week and have a good idea.